Greetings, 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 and welcome to yet another snapshot. And a snapshot, it's a place where you get to do only you. So today, I have a really, really amazing guest. All my guests are amazing, but he's amazing as well. So, what we're going to do, we're going to be talking to him about his upcoming event and all the different parts of it. And it's exciting. And I want you guys to make sure that you take the time out to come to his amazing event. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring him up now. Let me do it. I'm adding you.
Whoa.
Hey,
There we are. Hi.
how are you, Dr. Robert Nelson, Cultural Arts Executive? How are you?
I'm great now that I'm with you, Marilyn Green. I've heard so much about Snapshot. I've heard so much about the show, and a
Wow.
friend of mine was saying to me, she said, "I want you to meet my friend," and so I finally made it to the big time.
The, I am so happy that you're putting those words out there about the big time. Okay.
Yeah, it
No,
is.
no,
Yeah.
no. Thank you so much. But I'm so happy to have you on here. I'm so excited about what you guys got going on,
Oh wow.
and wow, let's just start it off. I know it's called Jazz in the Sanctuary. That right
Where
there alone.
blues and jazz meets
Where they
stained
meet.
glass.
Stained glass. Let's talk
Yes.
about that. Tell us
Yes.
what's going on. What inspired you to do this anyway? What's going on here?
Thank you so much. Once again, I want to thank you so much for having me. I mean, I'm in the seat, I'm in the house, and so I'm very, very excited to be here with you. This is exciting. Jazz in the Sanctuary is a brainchild that has been a very long time coming for me. I mean, I was raised in the church, Maryland, and
Okay.
feet even hit the ground. I was in church listening to those Dr. Watts hymns and listening to a congregation in the late 60s, early 70s, full of people, a church full of people,
Right.
men, women, young people, older people. And
Mhm.
they would sing these Dr. Watts hymns, and they would stomp their foot on the floor, and they would keep the time in every voice. And I think from that moment on, I was in preschool. I was I was groomed by the legendary Shirley LaFleur,
Okay.
poetess. There's a beautiful mural in the Grand Center of Shirley LaFleur, and when she was in school working on her theater background, she brought everything that she was learning to me and a few other of my peers, and
Wow.
she poured so deeply into me. Some of the greatest musicians that our region has ever seen, I mean, not doctor, but Lee Cochran. He might be a doctor now, honorary. Lee Cochran began
Mhm.
piano lessons and voice lessons at a very, very early age. Went away to college and traveled with the Alabama A&M University choir, where we went
Okay.
and we toured the country singing Negro spirituals and gospel music and soul music, and we focused on Negro spirituals and the preservation of Negro spirituals. So I've been prepared for this all of my life, where jazz and blues has been preserved through through these exercises, through these exhibitions. Uh,
Mhm. Yes.
Negro spirituals, they came out of the cotton fields of the
Yes.
South. And
Yes.
from there, we get blues music. And from blues, we get music. And so I think this is in my DNA. I think I was, as a jazz performer, as a jazz singer, and a soul jazz singer who has roots in the church. I think this is right up my alley. So I think this brainchild, as we like to call it,
Yes.
it's been developing since I was in preschool. And so this is a way for me to bring that to the community and share the healing power of music, the healing power of the moaning and the groaning of blues,
Yes.
and the elevated sophistication thought of jazz music right in the sanctuary where it all began.
Yes. It did. It did. I really like that concept. Okay, so you just told me why you're gonna bring it there. So let's put up this Let me add this to the stage right now. Okay.
Wow.
So
Jazz
we
in the Sanctuary, where stained glass meets blues and jazz.
I think that's a picture of you, right?
Yes, ma'am. That's me.
You all cool with that hat on today. I'm like,
Ye-
gone now. Okay, so
yes.
talk us through this a little bit from just looking at this flyer here, and we'll go to the next flyer and just it's really building what's getting ready to happen on August the 1st. So,
Absolutely. Jazz in the Sanctuary was birthed right here in St. Louis, and it is my brainchild. And the city of Ferguson, who's still recovering and still
mhm,
healing,
mm,
that community in St. UCC, that is a an organization that is committed to community outreach. They're committed to being involved in the proliferation of the healing for their community. And so we had a chance to sit down and talk, and they said we want to do something for the community. And
yes,
I thought I'm all about building stronger communities. And the way that we do that is we do that through our shared stories. We do that through great music. We do that through conversation, and we also do that through food. And
yes,
so they understood this vision of Jazz in the Sanctuary when they opened their doors. I went into their church to check it out and to meet with those faith leaders, those civic leaders. Um, um, and the first thing I noticed were the beautiful stained glass.
wow,
And I thought, wow, I said, this is a sanctuary where the stained glass here is going to meet blues and jazz. And
that
so
is cool.
I got inspiration. And so this is an incredible event that takes place in a sanctuary. If you can see in this graphic, you see a lot of candles. We kind of flood the stage, if you will. We flood the sanctuary with flameless candles, just to
Wow.
bring in the spirit and just to bring in that symbolism, and then the light that shines through the stained glass brings in the prisms and the golden glow in the sanctuary. So the stage is totally set for this event.
I'm so excited about it. We were talking before behind the scenes that I thought I had something else to do. I do have something else to do, but I
Mhm.
think I'm gonna try to cancel that when it comes to this.
Well,
Okay.
if you do, you let us know. We want you to be our special guest. We have reserved seating
Oh, okay.
for
Yeah.
for faith leaders, for community leaders, for media, and for our VIP. And we would definitely love to have you in the house for this event.
Thank you so much. I started thinking about that. I'm like, I think I need to come to this. But anyway, I'm so excited about it. Okay. So my next question is we talk about there is going to be a community actual conversation, right?
That's correct.
And when you say that the doors are going to open, for those who are listening, I'm going to show you a more information just in a few minutes. But the doors open at 5:30. 6:15 is going to be a community conversation.
Absolutely.
What can the public expect that community conversation to be about? Can you share a little bit about that with us?
Definitely. Let me say this first of all. The church is huge and there's plenty of parking.
Okay, that's
There's
important. That's
That's
important.
very important. There's plenty of free parking, and it's at the same level. So there are no steps, no elevators.
Wow.
You come straight into the church and then directly into the sanctuary. So for those people in our community that may struggle with
Hmm.
just distance walking,
Yes.
this is a perfect setup for them. Um, at 5:30, the doors will open. The sanctuary will be open. We'll have graphics on the monitors. We'll have music. We will have hosts there, just meeting and greeting all of our guests. We have a VIP section that'll be set up for that. At 6 o'clock, our
Hmm.
host, Edie B. Anderson, will then take to the stage and she will greet and she will begin to prepare us for our community conversation. A lot of people like to call this a panel discussion, but I think it's more than a panel discussion. There's the graphic. It's much more than a panel discussion. It's actually a community conversation because we want members of the community to be involved in the conversation, to ask questions, and to bring some knowledge and interact. This will be led by the incredible Linda Pritchard. She's an amazing facilitator, and I've had the opportunity to work with her several times. And this is her second year coming back with Jazz Blues in the Church Community Conversation. And she will. Some of our esteemed panelists would be Tracy L. Shanklin, the beautiful and talented Sheila Reed. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Sheila, but
I'm not, but I'll be there. I'll find
And then Prince A. Wells III. He will also be one of our panelists. And these individuals bring a wealth of knowledge, and they help to lead this conversation with the community around the topic, jazz, blues, and the church. Marilyn, jazz and blues comes out of the church. But there was a time where it was not welcome into the church. But the music, the chords, the inflections, they're all synonymous.
Yes.
Music that we hear in blues, we heard it in church first.
Yes.
We heard it in church first. And the moanings and the groanings that we've sung to the Lord to share our blues to the Lord in the sanctuary. Saturday nights, sometimes you might be having a drink and you feel that again, and it would come out. And so the lyric might change a little bit, but the story is pretty much the same. But the beautiful thing is that we find that through music, there's healing.
Yes.
And so Ferguson is still recovering. St. Louis just had a major storm. And so our city is still recovering. And so we have invited the people of St. Louis, the people of Florissant, the people of Dalewood, and particularly those from Ferguson to come together with those civic leaders of Dalewood and Florissant and with those faith leaders and our media people. And we have invited them to come into the sanctuary to meet new people, to start new conversations around building stronger communities. We have so much more in than we have that's unalike. And it is incumbent upon us to begin to know who's in our community, what their needs are, what strengths they bring, and having conversation. So this community conversation will start promptly at 6:15,
right?
And it ends around 6:45, 6:50 at the latest. Take a 10-minute break, and then at 7:00 sharp, Robert Nelson hits the stage, and that's going to be
Robert
fantastic.
Nelson. That's you, Mr. Nelson.
That's me.
That's you.
That's me.
But you know what? You're hitting the stage, but you're not alone. I got Antonio Foster. He's going to be on piano and the musical director. I got Eric Slaughter while on guitar. St. Louis finest and own John King is going to be and Freddie Spencer is going to be on drums. So you can't lose.
This is an all. Listen, Miss Green, this is an all-star. I mean, Robert Nelson might be the name, but this is an all-star jazz lineup. So everyone here is a star. And I'm very, very proud to share the stage with them. Antonio Foster is our music director. He was our music director last year. He has put together, he and I sat down and we put together a set list that is second to none.
Okay.
It is second to none. I think that it is totally appropriate for this event. It's some of the best and some of the greatest jazz blues and songs with chords and structures that remind us of the commonality in Negro spirituals, blues, and jazz, and just keeps that thread, just keeps it beaded just ever so beautifully. And so, yes, this is an all-star unit.
It is. And let me tell you something. That I'm looking at the musical highlight. I see is that moaning without the G. Moaning without the G. Okay.
That's right.
Take Me to the Alley.
Woohoo! That's a centerpiece.
The nearness of you.
Yes. Are you familiar?
I'm not familiar. And this is the one. I know this one, just the two of us. But no, this is so exciting. I'm telling you, I really want to come now, just sit hearing your voice and just talking and all that. And I love the fact that you say, yes, my name is Robert Nelson, but I got so many people working together to make this a beautiful event. You know, the musicians, you know, people. And I'm not sure if you mentioned Edie B on there, okay, is one of the facilitators, but
She's the host
she's the host. And
of the
so
entire event. She's the host of our event.
the whole event, but it's so many people that you have gotten together with this. I think you call it your brainchild.
Yes,
This is one
ma'am.
of your children, okay? This is a
Yes,
child
ma'am.
here that
Yes,
you have
ma'am.
grown up, and you just want people in the community to, hey, see how much your child has grown, all right? And so, but the bottom line also is that this is not really a one stop place for this model, if you will, or child, if you will. You're also maybe thinking about moving this on the road. Uh, Tell us a little bit about that. You're going to take your child to another place? What's going on with that?
Absolutely. I mean, listen, here's the deal. Jazz of the Sanctuary is not about me. It is a brainchild.
Exactly.
Right. It's a brainchild. And what we have done is this vision has brought some of the brightest and some of the best musicians, some of the best songs, some of the best facilitators and media people who have come together for the purpose of building a strong community. You
Mm-hmm.
know, this is a community engagement event that facilitates a community conversation and that offers a concert to the community.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so our main goal here is to bring members of the community together to begin conversations around matters of faith, matters around resilience,
Mm-hmm.
matters around our common and preservation of our culture.
Yes.
This is about the preservation of jazz and blues and Negro spiritual culture. A community is only as strong as its faith,
Mm-hmm.
as its culture, and its vision. And so we are bringing this first home. Charity starts at home is what
It
they teach
does.
us.
It does. That's the word.
When you think about communities like Ferguson, when you think about communities like St. Louis, you're in the right place to bring me conversation for the purpose of healing and strengthening a community. But then there's Chicago, and then there's Kansas City, and then there's Washington, D.C.,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's Dallas, and there are other communities in Nashville, other communities that have very, very similar struggles and different things that they are looking to preserve. And jazz and blues and Negro spirituals and gospel is the common theme for them all. And so we see Jazz in the Sanctuary as a vehicle that will go from city to city and share in this conversation, share in the preservation of jazz and blues music in a format that is aimed at bringing civic leaders and faith leaders and people of our community and our elderly who may be with this economy, they may not be able to afford a concert right now.
Mm-hmm.
And young people who may not know much about how we have been able to preserve our stories in a climate where our stories are being erased and threatened.
Mm-hmm.
Young people who may not know much about the foundation of Negro spirituals and how that plays into blues and jazz music, because the music that many young people are listening to, which is hip hop, it comes out of jazz, blues, and the Negro spirituals. Blues music, and particularly Negro spirituals, are the foundation of all American music today. And so this is an opportunity for us to educate young people. This is an opportunity for us to entertain the seniors in our community at no cost.
Mm-hmm.
This is an opportunity for us to come together and have conversation around culture and to enjoy. And then following the concert, guess what? Refreshments.
Refreshments.
There are refreshments and time for the community to come and just mingle. And chance to exchange business cards, say hello to some people and meet new people, and exchange phone numbers and emails, and begin to talk about how we really begin to rebuild our communities and make our communities what it is that we wanted them to be, and not depending on someone else to make our communities what we want it to be. And the preservation of this music and those stories is so key to the future of what our communities can actually be.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? I'm going to remove this right now. But the key thing here is that your child, okay, is going to help other children. Okay. I love this.
Absolutely.
I love this. Right.
Absolutely.
And
Each
so,
one teach one.
Right. And we have to also look at the fact that a long time ago, we couldn't go nowhere but to church. Okay.
Yeah.
And everything was safe in the church. Okay. We come from the field to the church. Okay.
Yes.
So can you imagine some of the conversation? I mean, come on, heaven forbid, the gossip and all that stuff was going on in that church, and music was there, you know, so we were always afforded music. So like what you're doing now, why not bring it back, make it alive, make it part of the fabric of our community. So that's so exciting.
This is one of the many contributions that that we brought over from Africa.
Exactly.
The traditions, the guitar, the drums, the call and response, the healing properties of music, the sound waves. We need to be in the sanctuary where the music is being played, because we've got some healing to do.
Yes, some healing to do.
We've got some healing to do.
Yep. This has been so great. And I'm going to show this now that we were talking about Jazz in the Sanctuary. It's August 1, 2026. It's going to be at St. Peter's United Church of Christ, 1425 Stein Road. It's in Ferguson, as we said, 63135. The admission is absolutely free. As they say, free 99 is free 99. Okay, the doors
just
open.
Register. Be sure to register.
Exactly.
Make sure you register so that you save a seat for yourself.
Exactly. The doors.
We don't want anybody. We don't want to have to turn anybody away. God forbid.
Oh no! Oh no! God forbid.
Right.
We can't have that. Doors open at 5:30. The community's conversation is at 6:15, and the concert is at 7 p.m. So
Absolutely.
Let me show you this. Like he said, how do I register? Go to Eventbrite. Everybody know about Eventbrite. If not, it's eventbrite.com. I'm just gonna add that.
That's
Jazz
right.
in the Sanctuary. Go there, register. You know, we would love to know how many people, so we can make sure that we have the right refreshments. You know the story. People don't.
They can also go to my Instagram or my Facebook. If you go to Facebook, you can just type in Dr. Robert Nelson.
Okay.
I also have one as the performer, which is just simply Robert Nelson.
Okay.
And then on Instagram, those are both on Facebook. And then on Instagram, it is I am Robert Nelson STL. And so you can go to Eventbrite, you can go to our Facebook, you can go to Instagram, and you'll see the link there. Make sure you go on and register. And we hope to see you guys. Bring your mama, bring your husband, bring the children.
Yes. Bring mom and them. Y'all know what that means. Bring mom and them.
All are welcome. All are welcome.
All are welcome. Thank you so much. And again, the information is right here. And I'm so excited about it. But I'm going to show you this. It says, so you've been listening to Snapshot with Marilyn Green. The host is with me. And I like that. Woohoo! And Dr. Robert Nelson was sharing things that he's got coming up. It's so exciting. August the 1st, you know. And if you missed this information, just rewind and be kind and get the information and make sure you go and register. And we hope to see you then. So until next time, thank you so much about.
I'll see you guys in the sanctuary.
That's right, in the sanctuary. We're going to see y'all. Okay. Take care now. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Marilyn.
You're welcome.